Good morning, this is Alex at PureTick.com, and we're making a video live in the room to just show how you can actually go through our track record and pinpoint what all the indicators were doing at the exact time to sort of get a roadmap of what I go through when I call a trade. So I'm going to switch back to the room and record this. Okay guys, we're in the room now and I am recording this session. Just let's put the screen out there. Can you see can everybody see the chart? Okay, the first thing you want to do is go to our track record. Okay, so the first thing you do is you take a look at our track record and look at the times that we were in the trade, long, short, price, the buy price and sell price. Okay, and the setup is next to it. The setup is pretty basic, so don't get too excited about breakout, trigger, retracement. Okay, so when you get that, then you next go to the time period corresponding to the chart. Well, the next trade is 2:19 p.m. On our track record, we judge everything by the time of, in other words, Eastern time. Okay, so I am now Central Time. So remember, all those hours that you see in the bottom of the chart here are going to be 1 hour different from the New York time. So 13:13, for example, is not 1:13. That's 1:13 Central, but New York is 2:13. So our next trade that we look at here is a 2:19 long. Okay, so we got to correspond to 2:19. If you look, there's 2:19 p.m. and we took a long trade. You could see that the stochastics here were hooking up. We're at their bottom on the 133, and the market had come into support. So what I do is take a buy arrow and put it there. Okay. Then I move on. I'm first doing my time frames, right? I'm doing my time frames. The next one was 3:02 p.m. long. So I go to 14:02 and put an arrow behind it. 14:02 is a long. We tried to buy the long. In other words, we issued the long in 14:02. We said try to buy it as close to the moving average as possible. We did the moving average and we took an additional add at that time just as the market got low here and our stop was below the swing. So that was the two buys that we did, and they ran up nicely. Then the next one was 3:28 p.m. and at 3:28 you'll see the next long that we took, which was on this Blue Guru. And then the next one we actually had a short at 3:45. That wasn't for newbies, but you could see we caught a little bit of a top right in there. So now you've got the times entered. The next thing to do to see where everything was is to go and look at your drawing and take what we call pointer tracking, put it on global. So now we have a global pointer tracking and we want to see what everything looks like. So what we do quickly is center the global pointer tracking on the buy signal, for example. Then we look at the whole section of charts and you'll see everything pointed out, right? We have the signal right there, and you'll see what each chart was showing, what the advanced declines were showing, what the ticks were showing. Okay, so basically we have the advanced declines, right here. We have the ticks, what they were doing right there at the moment we called the trade. Of course, the 133 tick chart, and what the stochastics looked like, and the 3-minute chart looked like, which was a retracement to the mid-Keltner at the same time. So we can do, and just to review it, let's go to another chart. Let's go back to, let's say, one of our shorts. And if you want to take this one here, we have another one that we'll do right there. We put the pointer tracking. We look at all of our other charts, and you'll see what it looks like in terms of that chart, in terms of the 3 minute. Now the 3 minute, certainly the stochastics were low. And you'll look at your tick chart. You'll see exactly what they looked like at the moment we called the trade. I hope that helps answer your bag of tricks.